So once again, welcome to everyone. So before we get started, let me ask each one of you, Archita, Sushana, and Benson. Benson, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to rename you so that every time I'll call your name as Benson only, because I see on the screen your name is Marianne. Okay, is it fine? I can rename you as
Yeah.
Benson.
Thank you. Sorry about that, because
That's
I
okay.
log in with my name and then it just like flips onto my wife because the laptop is on her Apple laptop.
Okay, no worries, no worries. So thank you. So yes, I have renamed you. So let me ask one of you, and this is really great that you three all are here. That Prerna had explained you guys that there are three foundation of agility. So what all those three words you remember from yesterday? One word,
That is,
Archita, you can.
yeah, soft skill.
Soft skill is one. Amazing. Suchana, what would you like to say? Another one.
Intent.
Soft skill, intent. And Benson, what is the another one? Okay.
It was agile and it was something to do with intensity.
Okay. It's intent, it's a soft skill. And third one is very, very important. That was the mindset. These
Mindset.
are,
Sorry.
yes, exactly. So these are the three edges, three boundaries which holds the agility together. And before we get started and more talk about mindset, intent, and soft skill, because we are learning agile and scrum, let me tell what is agile and scrum today in IT world. So agile and scrum are understand as a ground on which BA, business analysis, is a role where you can say that, in fact, let me put it in a different way. Agility is your foundation and business analysis is what? Business analysis is the ground. So do you
Gaurav,
understand what?
let me ask you. You're not gonna take code of honor because I asked
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
them
I'm,
that.
I'm going to, I'm going to.
Okay, okay.
So I'm just creating context
Because I
before
told
I,
them that we have something very interesting at the beginning of the
yeah.
session that Gaurav will be introducing. Yeah.
Exactly. So before I take that, so I'm just creating context for that. So meanwhile, I think Nirupma has joined. So welcome, Nirupma. Just now we have spoken about three important ages of the agility, and these are intent, mindset, and soft skill. So I was telling that agility is your foundation, whereas business analysis is the ground. But let me ask you, what is your one intent you have joined this Be Agile Scrum track? Since
Is a
last
question for me, Gauravji?
Okay, yeah, you can answer it.
Oh no, I
Because
wasn't sure.
no,
Sure, no
this
problem.
question is for everyone. So because
Okay.
I'm talking to you, so you can answer.
You said
One
what is
intent.
the one intent?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the intent is to actually know the subject and understand as many dimensions of it as I need to so I can successfully crack my interview.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So successfully cracking interview is the core intent, I would say. Okay. Rest all are the
Okay.
part of processes. Agree, Nirupma?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Let's get more deeper into that. So you can call out someone's name on the screen.
Suchana?
Suchana, what do you think? What is the core intent behind we are doing these all activity?
My intent is to study deeply what is business analysis so that I can get into the I can be successful in the interview and get the job.
Get the job. You hit the nail. So do you agree, Archita and Benson, that actual the core intent and deep intent is to get the job? Do you agree, Archita? Archita, you had unmuted, you can say.
Yes, yes.
Yes, totally. And yes, Benson. So do you
Yes.
also agree? So getting placed is the core intent. But do you know these are our intent and these are our goal, but it is very, very and very important to protect those goals, because in the duration of the time, or as the time passes, it might be possible, or it could be possible, that we will drift away from our goal. Is it possible that as the time will gradually exceed, the chances are that the goal will fade away, because this is going to be 2 months of journey? Is it possible for any one of the person?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if you
Oh,
don't
yes.
invest,
Thank you.
maybe.
Thank you so much. And that is the reason, because it is going to possible. It is my duty to remind every single day, the moment we are going to meet, that how we can protect our goal. So are you ready to get started with agreeing on protecting our goal and then get into the deeper level of the subject? Do you agree with this? To protect our goal forever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do we do that? So for that, we have something which we call it as code of honor. And I'm going to open and share my screen for code of honor. I will tell you some roles and responsibility for each one of us, where some universal law I'll be sharing with you, and we need to agree on few things. And I will ask you to all of us do some activity, and together we are going to do that. Are you agree to do that? Are you with me, everyone? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much. Being loud in one tone. So very first thing, code of honor comes with 6 pillars, 6 responsibility, which we declare to agree with. Okay. The very first thing now I'm going to start requesting you is that always, always, always try to show up live, even if it may happen that someday you feel like, okay, I will not go, or due to some emergency you couldn't show up. Okay, what is going to happen? You can still go back and catch the recording, because recording will be provided to you. But the main point is that I would encourage every one of you to show up live, because being live brings the light, so that you will have the understanding that what is going to be the next. You can ask any question then and there, and that's the reason I'm always asking you, and you should recommit to yourself for any such session. I'm going to show up live by being on time, by being punctual, and by being highly committed. Why we need to follow these? Because tomorrow, once you get placed, you are, when trying to show up for any meeting, you have to show up on time, you have to be punctual, and you have to be highly committed. That reflects your integrity towards your job. And once you will do that, you will become that one, because one universal law is that, my dear friends, how you do anything is how you do everything. That's the one thing I have learned from one of my mentor. So being mindset coach, I would emphasize over here before we get into the BA Agile Scrum mode. Okay, we will discover that, we will learn that towards getting placed is our core intent. So do we agree to show up live by being on time, punctual, and highly committed, because we are getting into this journey together? Do we agree for this? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so for that, I want every one of you to put your right palm at your hand and just repeat after me. I agree to this.
I agree to this.
I agree
You
to
agree
this.
to this, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing with this. Second one, I want, because this journey of getting placed is getting started by understanding code of honor. Remember, it is getting started by learning. You remember 6 pillars of Guru School, where the very first pillar is instructor led training. free training. So in this free training, when you are receiving some knowledge, I know few of you might have already worked in the IT. I'm not sure who has worked as IT. You might have worked as an HR as well. Few might have not, but we are in the process of learning and discovering once again something new. And when we are learning, I want everyone to become full stack student. So what is full stack student? Full stack student is the one who do all the assignments which are given to them. Second, they do a self research. Okay, you will learn how to do even this self research. Okay, and also you repeat what you have learned so that you can master this. So can I take this commitment from you that when you are learning something new, you will do all the assignment, you will do self research, and you will repeat what you have learned? I'll tell you that how you can repeat that. But before that, we need to agree to become full stack student by following this. So do we agree to become full stack student when we have to get placed?
Yes.
Yes. Is it yes,
Yes.
from everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Put your right palm at your heart and say after me, I agree to this.
I agree to
to this.
Thank you so much for agreeing. Let's move towards the third one. So third one, let me unfold this topic for each one of us. And okay, wait a second. Yeah. So now, because you will do that, what is going to happen? If you really what you have agreed so far, you are going to take the responsibility of complete success. Because if you'll do what we have asked you to do, it will lead you towards the success. Okay, and you are going to take full responsibility and give a pat on your back because you have succeeded. But what if you don't do? What is going to happen? Whatever we have asked, it may happen that on few part you may sound that failure is there. Who is going to be responsible for that? If you won't do what you are if you do, you will hit the success. If you won't do what we have asked, some assignment to do or something, you're not going to hit the success. Okay, so if you are taking the responsibility for the success for this, who is going to take the responsibility for not getting success? Answer. I'm expecting the answer question to all of us.
We do.
Yeah, for not being success also, it's you who are going to hold yourself responsible because some action we did not take. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, for everyone. Even Benson, Nirupma,
yes.
and Suchana and Archita. Thank you. So taking the full responsibility, our third code of honor. So we agree to take the full responsibility. So please put your right palm at your heart and say after me, repeat after me, I agree to this.
I agree to this.
I
Yeah.
agree to this.
Yes, you have to take the full responsibility of your success. In fact, for doing the activity, what we will ask you, and even if you don't do that, it hits the failure. So you are taking the full responsibility. Now, while these all things are going to happen, my dear friend, you remember the mindset being the core foundation of this foundation itself of Agile and Scrum, and it comes with 4 amazing mindset. We are going to work on that, and that is being always positive is the first one. But let's see what it says. It says that come over here with the learning mindset, come with the positive mindset. And when you are coming with the positive mindset, learning mindset, also you are requested to go complaint free and load yourself with the gratitude. Okay, so with gratitude. Why? Because on this journey, 5th code of honor is very, very important. How you will do that? But before that, I want agreement, because this is the prerequisite before learning the Agile and Scrum. So do you agree with these mindset? When you will show up with the learning mindset so that you can learn more. Show up with the positive mindset because you can think the various opportunity for one problem. And third one, go complaint free. Come here with the complaint free mindset. You don't have complaints, so that you can you are ready to contemplate and you are ready to focus. And what is going to happen if you follow these all three? You will find yourself thanking yourself that you could achieve something. So before that, if that happens and you know now the result of it, do you agree to come with or commit, do you commit to come with these mindset? Learning mindset, positive mindset, complaint free mindset, and gratitude mindset. I agree to this. Do you also? If yes,
Yes, I agree to this.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I believe that everyone has put the palm at their heart and said, I agree to this. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
The second last one, the fifth one is this. Okay. So increase your receptivity. So how would you increase your receptivity towards becoming the positive? For that, I'm going to tell you, start your day with the strangest secret. What is this? For that, get in touch with me, message me, and I'll share your link. I'll share one audio with you. That audio, I request each one of you to go through at least once in a day. It is recommended for normal people to go through that audio thrice in a day. But however, this is a 30 minutes audio. You can put it in the 2x mode, and you need to start your day daily with that. This is the food for your mind, which will always keep your mindset active to follow these all 4 items. Okay, it makes you totally complaint free. Your day will be completely brightened up. But you need to start your day with that audio, and that audio I'm going to share with you. Remember to ask me, give me that audio, or just message me. GMA means give me that audio. I'll share the link with that. And every single day when you will start your day, put that audio in the 2x mode and start listening to that. That is my humble request to each one of you. I personally listen to that audio twice in a day at least. Okay, so I request you to at least listen to that audio once in a day. And when you are starting your day with the high class receptivity, I need to start any of learning by following the golden quadrant of the learning. And the golden quadrant of learning is, before you start learning, you need to declare what you are going to learn. And once you have learned that, remember to create a drawing for whatever you have learned. And once you have created that drawing, I want you to summarize that. How you are going to summarize that? There are 3 ways to summarize that. Okay. The first way is that catch someone who is 5 years old and he can understand your language. Okay, just explain them what you have learned today by showing them the drawing. Do you get that? How you are going to summarize that? Hello, everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
So whatever you have learned, draw that and then summarize to 5 years old. That is the first way. Second way, go in front of the mirror, talk to yourself, show up yourself that drawing and explain that drawing. So these are the old method. Today, everyone in the corporate are connecting through video. There are few principles where you need to talk to your colleague or your peer or senior by switching on your camera, even if you are connecting or working remotely because of the COVID. So if that is the case, we need to follow, then we will make it our foundation, so that more time, if tomorrow, if we get placed, even if we need to talk to our client or talk to our customer or talk to our peer or senior or even to our colleague, we can switch on our camera and we can talk to them directly. And for that, we recommend and ask you to summarize whatever you have learned by showing your drawing in the camera and hit the record button and record your 1 minute of summary of what you have learned. Okay. and thus you can boost your confidence. And next time, once you get placed, and even if you are attending the first time meeting or interview, or once you get placed and you are attending meeting with the client, you are ready, you are confident enough, and you can directly talk to them by looking at their looking in their eyes, by looking at the camera. So do you understand the third way, how you can summarize? You can shoot one small video of 1 minute explaining and showing the drawing that what you have learned today. Do you agree with the third way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
And before we get into that, now how we are going to get started of this learning with the declaration. So at the count of 3, what we are going to do is that we will give a self high five. Self high five is a form of clap. So we will just clap once, and that is going to be self high five, and we will repeat the highlighted statement on the screen. Okay. And after that, once again, we will give a self high five, and then I'll select the another statement, and we are going to repeat that as well. So are you ready to do that? Are you ready to follow me whatever I'm going to ask you now? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so at the count of 3, we are going to give a self high five and read that sentence. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, go and say, I am a quick learner.
I am a quick
I'm
learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn
And master. I too can
I
do
too
that.
can do that.
I
What
can
others can
do
learn,
that.
master, I too can do that.
Awesome. Now, once again, we are going to give a self high five, and we are going to utter this statement. Okay. At the count of 3, once again, let's give a self high five. Okay. And read this selected statement. Let me select that for you. Okay. Selected. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, and go. Because I am an awesome learner,
Because I am an awesome learner.
today is
Today
going
is
to be
going
super
to be
duper
super
easy.
duper easy to me.
Yes. And remember, if you have not really clapped, then it is not going to be helpful. Why we are doing and why we are repeating this? These are called as, creating a new dendrite connection in our way, in your mind, which will establish a new neuro network, so that whatever we are going to learn, that will make us dendrite connection more stronger, to make us remember for a longer period. And when we clap, we are setting an anchor for that. So anchoring is very, very important before we declare it. Okay. So if you have not done it, once again, you can clap and say that today's learning is going to be super duper easy for me. So for that matter, I'm going to do it now. 1, 2, 3. And once again, today's learning is going to be super duper easy for me. Yeah, I trust you have done so. Now let's move the 6th and last one. The 6th, today we are going to spend little bit time, because this is first time we are learning this. And from next day, this is going to be really, 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 and really faster. I'll ask you to just repeat, I agree, and we will get into that. Okay. The 6th one is be the giver. So because we are learning, it may happen that you are coming with the experience of 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, even more than that. It may happen you can tell yourself, hey, I know these all, but we are learning. And if we are learning, if you come with the this mindset that I know, you may not learn. Someone asked Buddha once that I want to learn your wisdom, kindly teach me. He took to his hut, and he said that just follow me. And he pulled a cup in front of him and say, pour the tea inside the cup. And he started pouring, and he said that continue to pour, and it started getting spilled away. So he said further, if your cup is already full, you cannot learn new. Okay. So even if you know something, you cannot learn something new. For that, even if you're learning something second time, you need to vacate your cup of learning or wisdom, whatever you have. So for that matter of fact, I want you to keep your I know attitude a bit aside and open the new learning. And for that, we say that give your ego away on the path of learning. And when you do that, you become more spiritually grounded. And when you become more spiritually grounded on the path of learning, I request and encourage everyone, if you are thinking to get place so that you can earn something, inculcate some intent of doing some charity, so that wherever you believe in, you can tell yourself, I am going to do charity for that, and I will give away of my earning 5% or even 10%. Why? Because it is Indian saying that what goes around comes around. But actually the universal law is that when you give, you grow. So if you give even 5%, you are going to grow your income more than 50%. So be ready, or just commit yourself that whatever the new earning, and even for that fact of matter, if you're earning today and if you're not giving away for the society, I would request, because commit yourself that at least 5% or 10% I'll give away to some such charity where I believe in. It could be any cause, it could be any temple, churches, wherever you believe in whatever causes you believe in. I do personally every single week, because my income also comes in the weekly manner and sometimes also comes in a monthly manner. So I give away 5% of my income on regular basis. Okay, so remember that once you get place, and if today you are not earning, just commit yourself to give away 5% or 10% of your earning, not only with this intent to when you will give, your grow, also with this intent, when you give away, you will inspire many. So inculcate this habit or this intent of doing charity once you will start earning. And when you do that, I request you to appreciate this. Why? Because when you appreciate, that appreciates you. So appreciate whatever you could do in best in your power, whatever you could others do something for you, and even whatever you could not do to make it happen, because every single step you take will prepare you a next new step towards betterment. Okay, and in nutshell, what you appreciate appreciates you back. So are you ready to become a giver? If yes, then put your right palm at your heart and say, I agree to this. Repeat after me.
I agree to this.
I agree to this. Thank you.
I
Thank you
agree to
so
this.
much. So let's give a round of clap for each one of us for agreeing to the code of honor. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Can we expect a clap for yourself? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys. So I know this takes time, and this is very, very important. On this path, we need to commit, okay? Because this is the foundation. And in the long run, you will see the benefit of it. So yes, so I think I have known each one of you till now, and we are getting into know the BA Agile Scrum. So let me ask you, who knows that what is Agile, what is Scrum? Any idea, guys? What is Agile Scrum? Can anyone tell, or you want me to tell this? Give me answer. Anyone? All right. So any idea, Nirupma, you have about Agile or Scrum?
I am not sure if what I know is right, but I think it's a set of, like a communication tool, basically, to in an organized way to present your ideas. I mean, that's what I've gathered so far.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So yeah, the idea is to understand what you have known so far. So thank you so much for answering, Nirupma. Archita, what is your idea about agility? And it could be any answer. So it is not right or wrong. It is about knowing that what do you
Agility means you can think and understand quickly.
Mm-hmm. Think or understand quickly. Okay, quickly. Quickly is the keyword I pick from you. Suchana, what is your idea about Suchana, right? Yeah, Suchana. So yeah, Suchana, what is your idea about the agility? What do you understand? And let's ready to be participative. If you are not able to participate, then you will be missing out on the beauty that how new things goes to you. Yes, you can unmute Suchana if you are speaking on mute. I'm not able to hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Agility means the ideas which or any problem or something which can move quickly with some help of the I don't know how to
No problem,
explain.
Sujana. So it was all about to gather what you know or what you don't know. Thank you so much for sharing this. So yeah, Benson, let's hear from you. So what is your idea about agility? What do you understand by agile? Benson, you will have to unmute yourself, sir.
It's sorry, I thought it was
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It's to form communication in an easier manner uh, to a team who are a leadership team or something like that, to get the message passed through on in a very simpler term, I feel, and get the work done and improve the workflow, I feel.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing, Benson. So let me tell you what is agility. So for agility, one word which has come is quicker. Okay. Another summary had come. It was a faster. Okay. Quicker and faster is a term. So agility is a way. Okay. Agility is a way to achieve the result quicker, faster, and in a piece by piece mode. Okay. So for now, understand this only. Agility is the way to achieve a result, to solve a problem. Okay. So before we get into more details of it, let's understand something about agility. Okay. Let's understand the importance of agile and business analysis in the training. Yes, you have seen here faster. Okay. The faster we have to achieve a result or solve a problem. Okay. So everyone agree that you have spoken this word faster and quicker. You remember you have spoken this word just now? Yeah. Everyone with me so far?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Benson. And why agile? Because agile keeps you ahead of the competitor. So far we have known that agile is a way. Okay. And this agile brings 70% higher profit growth in your business and 50% higher revenue growth into your business. So basically, the moment you will adopt agile way, your business increases in terms of business for your IT business I'm talking about. Okay. And I have also said that business analysis is the ground. So why it is necessary analyzing your business? To improve the processes, improve products, improve services through the analyzing the data. Analyzing the data means what? You have kept two fridges in your home. One is at your drawing room, one is in the kitchen. One fridge at the room temperature, say for example room temperature of 24, and in another kitchen room even at the room temperature of 24, it makes the ice little later in the kitchen. However, it freezes or makes the ice faster. Okay. In the kitchen it becomes little late and it becomes faster in the drawing room. So you will analyze the data. What are the factors? Even though fridge is the same and the temperature is the same, even despite this, what goes inside the temperature? So here what you are doing, you are analyzing the business of the fridge. Do you agree with this? And this is the way you are analyzing the business. So this is just an example to give it to you that business analysis is the ground. We need to understand to improve our business. We need to analyze some data. Okay, so this is in nutshell I gave you, but to do that, agile is the way to make these things faster, quicker, and ahead of the competitor, and end result gives us the result. So in result, it gives us the positive positive turn, we can say. So business analysis is responsible for creating new models to support business decision by working closely with financial reporting and IT teams to establish initiatives and strategies to improve importing and to optimize the cost. Okay, and this bridges the gap between businesses and in the IT. Okay, so are you getting the concept of business analysis till now? That here we are just thinking and analyzing and we are concluding something. So whatever we have spoken so far, even with the example, did you notice that we analyze something with the example of a fridge? Did you notice that we are getting into analysis mode, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for your answer. And this is what we have to need to do. We have to do throughout entire journey of the business analysis. But when we will do that, there will be a different ways, there will be different tools we will be knowing about. Tool can be the trap, but the create concept can create and make your foundation robust. Okay, and that's the reason eventually you will learn the tool, but knowing the concept can make you the king. Okay, so this is what I just wanted to bring but in front of you. But let's understand at deeper level now. Okay, understand what is agile, from where it came. So the history of agile is that, you know what, Nirupma, Suchana, and Dainsun and Achita, there is a history of it. So in 2001, Agile used an Agile manifesto. What is manifesto? Like, to understand anything in detail, you know, there is a body of that knowledge. There is a place where some protocols are decided. In the similar manner, Agile manifesto is a guideline. Okay. And it was mentioned about Agile in year 2001. But what happened before that, even before the Agile manifesto was created in year 2000, there were 17 friends of software engineers. They came together and they were analyzing that what is happening, you know, what was happening. So earlier, I'll tell you what used to happen. Okay, so Prerna, is okay if I can continue, or whenever you wish, you can pitch in, chime in between. Prerna, you there? You want to say something before I get into the deeper level? NC, who is NC? I think it's Nikhil. Let me let him permit. Okay, so NC, who is NC? Is it Nikhil? Hello? NC, is it Nikhil? You can unmute, sir, and you can speak up.
Hi, Gaurav. This is Nirupama. My other system died, so I had to log in from a different device.
Okay. No problem. Thank you so much, Nirupma. So yeah, Prerna, if you're there, you can just tell me, is it okay if I continue? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's,
Gaurav, you're in the flow, so I don't want to disturb. It's going
thank
great.
you so
Yeah,
much.
please continue.
So here we are going to see something. So what used to happen? So what these 17 software engineers were discussing. So in 2000, what happens? We follow certain thing. Okay, so you can see the whiteboard, right? And forget, kindly excuse the bad drawing, but understand what I'm trying to share with you. Okay, so let me use this. Where is the rubber? Yeah, it is here. So can you see the whiteboard, by the way, and moving my cursor? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So what used to happen before any software was coming in? Why this? Okay, let me use something else. Yeah. So what used to happen? initially, the moment any requirement used to come, that customer used to come and they used to tell that they want to have some software. Okay. And for that, a requirement used to be gathered. Okay. Requirement gathering. Okay. Requirement used to gathered and wait a second. So I actually ordered the new mouse. I'm just using this. My mouse is not working. That's why. Okay. Requirement gathering was the first thing. What was requirement gathering? What do you think? So requirement gathering, if someone approaches to a software company, some customer, and they wanted to tell, hey, I want to create these. Say, for example, one medical shop, and they want to do their purchase and sales easy. What they would like to do, they would like to approach some software engineer and request, hey, create a software for me. Okay. So that at least he can do. So they used to gather the requirement, and then they used to analyze whatever the requirement they gather. Okay. Requirement gathering and analysis. So once again, let me write again. So requirement gathering and then requirement analysis. Sometimes it goes hand in hand. So requirement analysis. Okay. Requirement gathering, requirement analysis, and then what used to happen after requirement is gathered, requirement is analyzed, the next used to come as documentation. Okay, requirement gathering, requirement analysis, and then documentation. So they used to document it. Okay, and after that documentation, what used to come, what used to happen? So after documentation, wait a second. Yeah. So requirement is gathered, requirement is being analyzed. Now it is being documented. After documentation, the design part used to come into the picture. They used to design. Okay. They used to design as high level design. They used to create its prototype and mock and all. So mock picture and all they used to create. So after designing, coding used to take place. Okay. So after coding means they will start using coding now. Okay. I'm telling this how it used to happen previously, even before the agile came into the picture. Are you following so far, everyone? Just
Yes.
your answer will tell me that you are with me. Thanks.
Yes.
Okay. So after coding, they used to code it. And do you understand what does it mean when I say the word coding? Coding means they used to write some software languages, okay, for developing a software system. Okay. So they used to code it in some software languages. And after coding, what used to happen, this thing used to get tested, design, coding, and it has to be tested. Okay, whether it is working as per requirement or not. And when it is used to get tested, then once testing is done, then delivery used to happen, and then people used to give the support. And even after giving the support, it used to come for the maintenance later. Okay, it used to come for the maintenance later. So what all the process they followed? They followed this: requirement gathering, requirement analysis, then documentation of that requirement, and then design, and then code them, and then they test it, and then they give support, and then they do maintenance. So requirement gathering, analysis, documentation, design, coding, test, support, maintenance. when it used to get completed and the software is coming now to the customer, then customers say, hey, the requirement has become really, really older. What I gave you, that was 1 year ago. Now the thing has completely changed and I don't require this software anymore. What would happen if someone come to you after giving you some job, and once you go after a year telling them that, hey, your job is done, and he will say, but I don't need it anymore? How will you feel when someone say that? You will say that my effort has gone in vain. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this effort used to go always in vain, because by the time the everything was completing, the software requirement used to get changed. Okay, after 1 year and after 1.5 years, and this flow was used to call as what? Waterfall model. Waterfall model. And this used to call as software development life cycle. What was the word? Software development life cycle. What was the word?
Software development life cycle.
Exactly. So it was SDLC. SDLC, that is the abbreviation of the software development life cycle, and the model was used to known as waterfall model. And in waterfall model, always effort used to go in vain. So this is what these software engineers were discussing, that hey, whenever we find that by the time the period goes over, the period gets over. So can you still see? No, I have stopped the screen sharing. Let me reshare the screen for you. So they were discussing that whenever it used to come, so first, because of the higher number of line of the code, the software used to become a very heavy. Okay, so it always used to get hung. So because it used to get hung, because it was very heavy, and we find that it becomes useless once it get delivered, because by that time requirement gets changed. So we need to come up with the solution so that we will start using lightweight softwares, and it will not be high in the weight, it will not be cumbersome, and what we receive the feedback, hey, requirement has changed, such feedback we will start receiving at the early stage. Okay, so what was done? They come with the way of agile methodology. This methodology was software development lifecycle of waterfall model. They come up with the agile methodology, and they mentioned it in the agile manifesto, that the key thing is that we will follow this software development lifecycle by using pair programming. In pair programming, two software engineer will sit together and they work on one thing, so that they will receive the feedback early. They will use the agile. Okay, and when they will use the agile, they will follow and they will adopt some new changes in the market. So it could be the concept could be very much visible. So when it will be visible on the board, we can show them. So it was also used to call some framework. So in agile, they used to show some framework. Like here you see that in SDLC, we were following waterfall model. In the agile, there were some framework. In coming days, we are going to see that what all those framework are. So one framework, just now, that is pair programming. Another framework was Scrum. Okay, so what happens in Scrum? In coming days, we will learn. And when they combined Scrum and this Kanban is also one framework. So in Kanban, what happens? They see something on the board, that how a small piece of work is moving from not started to in progress towards completion, towards getting complete. So this is the one process of one task, and when it flows in front of your eyes, and that to happen on in front of you on a board, so that is getting followed in the Kanban process. Okay, so whatever the jargon you are hearing right now, these are the part of process, and these are part of the activity. Okay, we will also learn these all things in the detail. So later they also realize that even the framework can be improvised, and what they did, they combined Scrum one framework and Kanban one framework together, and that becomes Scrumban. Okay, and also one framework which we call it as a scaled agile. Okay, so what happens in pair programming, what happens in Scrum, what happens in Kanban, what happens in scaled agile, these all things we are going to learn in near future. But this is how the complete agile was getting evolved from 1990s. The approach were changing, methods were changing, and the common practices were started leading from software development lifecycle to pair programming to agile to Scrum to Kanban to Scrumban and towards the scaled agile. And where agile works, so when customer is ready to accept small pieces of large application to keep their customer hooked until it is ready to be used as a whole. So what does it mean? Imagine so tell me, if you have got kids at your home.
Gaurav, before that, just take a water break, and I just wanted to add something to the comparative understanding of SDLC in waterfall. May I?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Thank you so much for a superb explanation. And guys, you might feel this is all a lot of information, but trust me, this is all very important, as well as it will clear all your understanding of what these concepts are and what we are going to learn. So just to get
Prerna,
you
before you start, just I want to tell them that till now I have just named few jargons. We have not spoken that what all are these, and we will.
But these are the understandings which we are sharing with them.
Yeah. So
What
go
is
ahead.
that? What the yes. So I just wanted to add something that would remain in their mind. So think of when we talk about waterfall and SDLC, that is software development life cycle. So waterfall, as the name suggests, it is like waterfall, the actual waterfall wherein there is only one flow, uniflow. The water just falls from top and it just goes in one direction. So if I have to give a example which is very close to my heart most of the time, that is related to food and fun. So waterfall is like going to a restaurant and ordering a a dish from a menu, wherein okay, you said, okay, I want this red sauce pasta, and then that is done, and then you've given the order and you're waiting for it. So it might take half an hour, it might take 15 minutes, and whatever it comes, you'll take it because you've given the order and it is all predefined. Okay, so it's like you've told them your requirement and they'll get you as per their understanding and as per their method, and then you'll wait till that time. Okay, cool. And whereas if I have to talk about SDLC with similar kind of example, when we go to fairs or when we go to some interesting restaurants, when there is open kitchen and they have live counters, so what you do at the live counters, they ask you your preferences. Okay, so for having the same pasta, they might ask you, okay, do you want a spicy, what kind of pasta you want, how much amount of cheese you want, so it's all going on a feedback level basis. And once they prepare, you take it, they even ask you your feedback there. Is it fine? Do you want us to have some changes? Do you have basil in it? Do you want this and that? So it's a very simple example, but what the difference is, in earlier order you will get something and then you'll have to go ahead with it. Okay, they might do some changes, but there's a difference in time. So you read the menu, you give the order, they'll take their sweet time to cook it, prepare it, and then give it to you, and then you'll consume it. What happens in the life corner is there's a constant interaction going on. Okay, and even if they deliver to you, they are still ready to work on that. So try to understand the dynamics behind it. Okay, so what used to happen, what Gaurav was explaining earlier, is waterfall. The time in waterfall, the time overall time interval of given requirements and actual delivery used to be quite huge. And right now, like for example, if I start a project at January 2022, and after giving all the details, my ultimate project will be delivered. Like I used to, I might get my software or application in December 2022. And by the time in current such dynamic environment, the technology, the requirement, the look and feel, the everything, it can change, or rather it does change. 1 year is a very big period of time. So waterfall was suitable, or it's suitable where there is some standard requirement, there won't be not many changes. Like for example, you have any software for library management, for in a simpler applications. So that used to work really fine because there was not many requirements changing. But in today's world, if you see Instagram, if you see Facebook, if you see any other chic site, things are evolving every day. You see some new feature. Earlier Facebook used to be only a plain website with just to post your pictures and write comments, say hello, and write on other people's wall. Look at Facebook today. You have everything. You can raise donations, you can have polls, you can advertise your products, you can have your own page for your business. Apart from having friends and connecting friends all over the world, there are so many features coming in. So that is the difference. When we talk about SDLC, there's constant feedback. Team IT teams or development teams work on it, and they go to the client. Okay, are you fine with this? So what happens, there is a constant interaction between the customer and the development team, or the organization, and then company or the development team is working as per what the customer wants, what the client wants. So you get me, there is very, very good interaction, communication, and things are moving at a much faster pace than waterfall. So to suit current dynamic situation, to suit current markets, to suit current situation where everything is like, you might have said, okay, I want to have a website similar to Facebook, but I want to have a yellow color theme. I know it sounds absurd, that's why I'm taking it. Then you might say, okay, I want this streaming platform, I want YouTube integration, I want. So what, things are constantly evolving. For such things, for to implement such applications and to implement such things, we had SDLC was introduced, which is going still strong. And in SDLC also, we are now going to we are already implementing agile and more into it. So I hope I was able to add to some of your understanding. I'll be happy if you could relate, and I'll just pass on to Gaurav. Yeah, Gaurav, over to you. Yeah, hello, Gaurav.
Okay, I was talking on mute, so excuse me.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Thank you so much, Prerna ji, for adding up this amazing example of pasta this morning over here. So yeah, and
Yes,
I got tempted. So yeah. So now let me ask you this question. If you could relate with Prerna, let me ask you this way. Imagine you are into the restaurant and you went ahead and you just ordered something, and that came to you, the complete order, and then you say, means the first order has arrived, you are with your family, first order has arrived of, for example, pasta itself. Okay, you tested that pasta, every one of you, from your spouse's plate. Okay, and you realize that you don't want to order it, and then you call the waiter, say for example, and you say that, hey, I want to change my order. And in response, he says that, sir, we have taken the order and it is complete ready and is arriving now, we cannot cancel it and you will have to pay the entire amount for that. Okay, so that is number one scenario. Number two, the means one pasta has arrived, you call the captain or you just tell the waiter that, hey, I want to change my order, okay, and I want this order to be something different. So he takes you towards the live counter and he would say, sir, here is the chef, he is preparing the pasta for you, and you can directly instruct him, okay, and he will keep on giving you a portion to test, and you can continue to give him the thumbs up until you find that your taste has been developed well. So you agree to that, and finally you find the test you were looking for, and then you say a final thumbs up to him, to the chef itself, and then you are led back towards your chair, and then your own customized flavored pasta is arriving at your place, and then you start enjoying that. What kind of service you would love? The first one where you were said that you need to pay, or the one which give you the customized experience completely? What you would prefer? Everyone, this question is from everyone. The first one or second one?
Second one.
Second one.
Exactly.
Exactly, the second one. And that's what Agile made. Agile made the second way more strong, okay? And in 2001, the Agile was introduced. That's the history of this Agile. Okay, let me move to another one. Okay, let me open to another slide with you. Okay, by the way, let me ask you, are you loving the information so far?
Yes.
Yes.
If you are
Yes.
really loving that information, I want you to tell this to everyone. Okay, if you can switch on the camera, that's fine, but you can bounce your palm on the camera lens and tell to us by bouncing the camera, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Bouncing your palm at the camera and tell, I'm loving this. I am loving this. I am loving this. Yeah, repeat after me and say, I'm loving this.
I'm loving this, loving this, loving this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And why we need to declare? Because when you declare, it gets designed towards the destination where we need to go. So that's the universal law behind this. And if you couldn't bounce your palm on the lens of the camera, you can give yourself clap and say that I'm loving this.
I am loving this.
I'm loving
Thank
this.
you. Thank you so much. So let's move to the another slide. The slide is still getting open. So just give me time before I'll share with you. So let it open completely. So I'm in between. By the way, you are getting it right easily. The examples are relatable to you, because if it is relatable to you, we will use similar kind of examples even in near future, so that it will make the things very simpler and easy to understand. So you are okay with this example? This was suitable for you to understand? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Because we tend to give you similar kind of example. When you say that, okay, you don't give me this example, it makes us hungry, still we would. So don't worry, I'm just kidding. So yeah, so slide has got opened. Let me just pull that in the sharing mode so that you can have a look at it. So yeah. So far, whatever we have seen Agile intro. In Agile intro, we have seen the history, how Agile was evolving, and how Agile was working, and how these 17 software engineers decided that we are going to adopt and follow only Agile for our work. While this was all happening, okay, the slide is really taking time to open up, but still, I'll go ahead with that. I'll have to close it and I'll have to open back again. So yes. Now it has opened. Let me share the screen with you. Let me know once screen is visible to you. once you can see the screen. So when Agile Manifesto was created, and we needed to create like you remember that at the starting, we run you through with the code of honor. Do you remember that, everyone? We talked
Yeah.
about code of honor, our personal code of honor. In the similar manner, what happened exactly, these 17 software engineers, they decided, hey, we should come with the core values. Okay. So they decided some values and principle in the Agile Manifesto itself. Now tell me, can you see the screen?
Yes.
And in the screen, can you see 4 values?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Okay, awesome. So let me see what exactly was happening. So far what we have seen agility in the projects. In the project, one project we talked about food, and also we will be talking today about the tools which are used in Agile. But before that, we are talking about Agile Manifesto. So what all things were mentioned in the Agile Manifesto? It was mentioned 4 values and 12 principles that we are going to learn today. Okay, in this continuous learning. So 4 values were, the very first value was, it's okay, tool is important, but over the tool we will recommend the processes what we have agreed upon. Okay. And also they said, it's okay, we agree to the processes, but over the process we will value what? Interaction, communication, and feedback with each other. Like I am talking to Benson, I am talking to Archita, Suchana, and Nirupma. So these talks and talking to them, getting acknowledgement and feedback from them is important for me. Okay. But before that, we have important are individual. Okay. So each one of you whose name I have taken just now, every one of you are important to me, and talking to you is important later. And even how I am talking using Zoom, or using Google Meet, or over the phone, or through voice note, uh, these come later in the picture. Okay. And so process will become the process will be what? Process will be using Zoom daily. It should not be the process. If tomorrow Zoom doesn't work, should be just stuck with the one tool itself. No, we can adapt, we will be flexible, we can move to even Google Meet for that matter of fact. So you understand here what I mean to say. Even in Agile Manifesto, it was said as the first value that over the tool, individual and interaction over processes and tools are important. So with this example, do you understand the first value? What was that? Individual and interaction over process and tools. Is it clear to everyone, the very first value?
Yeah.
Thank you. The second one. Second one is, you'll have to keep your phone on silent, I think. So thank you. So second one was that people deliver the software, but what if that software doesn't work? And even if they deliver the software, the documentation, user manual becomes so comprehensive and even so cumbersome that it takes time to understand. Imagine a new fridge come into your house and you don't even know how to operate it. So will that be important? Or one fridge comes with the user manual, and even by looking at it, you yourself can operate, your child even can operate. So which one you will prefer, the first one or second one?
Second one.
Yes, I see Benson is active. What about Nirupma, Archita, and Sushana? Which one you will prefer, the first one or second one?
Yeah, second one.
Second one. Thank you. So in the similar manner, working software is important. Software alone is not important. Even its documentation is not important. The software has to be working. The third one is customer collaboration over contract negotiation. Contract may say anything, but if you are not collaborating with your customer, the chances of getting repeat order will be lesser. So if you are thinking of repeat order, or go in a long run with the relationship with your customer, you will have to focus on the collaboration, not on the contract negotiation. So this thing you can see that for you dealing with your neighbor is important. Okay, so in the neighborhood, what you are keeping, how you are keeping is not that important, but you want synergy and harmony with your neighbor, and that's why you sometimes be flexible to bring some changes in your home, between your home, or in the nearby home. Okay, so you adapt, you become flexible as per the environment, as per the surrounding, because you believe in making your relationship stronger with your community. So this was one example. So third value said that customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And the fourth one was what? Responding to change over following a plan. You remember the example of the pasta. So pasta was the captain, the waiter took you towards the live counter, and you started responding the moment you started receiving the delivery from the chef, and you were responding, hey, you can you make this change, can you change the sauce, can you add this sauce, and various things. So you were following a plan, but you were also responding to the change. So these four values became the integral part of that Agile manifesto. Did you understand the entire four values so far I have said? Aren't they easy to understand?
Yes, yes.
This is super duper easy. Why? You know why you could understand very well easily so far? Because at the starting of this you have said so, and you have declared so, that this is going to be super duper easy for me, and this is the proof. So easily you have understood the four value written in the Agile manifesto. Okay, so that's the power of declaration, that's the power of anchoring. Are you with me so far? Sometime mind may say, can it be really that easy with the power of declaration and anchoring? Because mind really does not believe in the easy factor. It wants only complication. And that's the reason many times we don't really enjoy the simple stuff, but we attract complicated stuff. Okay, so I have shared so far the four simple values with you. Let's get into the principle. So for the principle, Prerna ji, would you like to take principle?
Yes, Gaurav. Thank you so
Okay.
much for explaining quite in detail about the values. And guys, try to understand when we say values, these are like the building blocks. I personally call them as the building blocks of Agile. And they have to be remembered. If you understand them properly, then there is no separate requirement of to remember them. But as time will pass, as will be will get more and more into sessions, you will definitely you'll have them on the tip of your tongue. So yes. So on continuation of Agile values, we have Agile principles. There are 12 Agile principles, and we'll go one by one, which are quite easy to understand, as well as practical. So though they go with the flow of your Agile understanding. So first and foremost is okay, now this is where I come in. Yesterday when we did that, I want each one of you to read one out. So even you will read it out, and I want you to hear from you. Yeah. So customer satisfaction first principle. Can anyone read out, please?
So
Maybe
before they
Benson?
read, Prerna ji, so
Yeah.
it is not necessary that we will complete the entire 12 principle, because
No, definitely
whatever
not.
we can.
I'm just focusing on this slide as of now.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Just going one by one. Yeah. Yeah. Benson, will you please read the first principle for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Customer satisfaction through early
Mhm.
and continuous software delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Customers are happier when they receive working software at regular intervals,
Right.
rather than waiting extended periods of time between releases.
Thank you. Thank you. So can you all relate this example to the example which I gave earlier with respect to pasta, or with respect to anything that we receive early, and the giver keeps asking us the feedback? Any other small example when we were young, for maybe Diwali or Christmas preparations, your mama, your aunts were making something yummy, and they used to give to like a tester kind of a job. It test, and hey, how is it? Is it crispy enough? Is it tasty enough? And how nice you used to feel that they are taking my feedback, though you were very small and you thought that you didn't know how to explain, but still they considered your feedback. Okay, so this is what happens when you give something to customer in intervals. You ask their feedback, and you don't make them wait for long. So what it does, it builds a trust. The customer feels, yes, they are working on something, the company is working on a project, they are showing us what they have developed, they're sharing with us. I can see my website, I can see my application. So imagine if you're given some contract to a company, per se TCS, and then you're asking them for the particular website, like say Facebook like website, for example. So would you like to look at that website after 1 year, or would you really be interested in looking at that website maybe after each 2 weeks pass, and like how it's working, which all pages are there, so tell me, how would you feel? Do you want to have the website, look at the website after 1 year, or you want to have presentations, or at least something to look at within a month, every month or so, or every 15 days? What is comfortable for you as a customer? This is an
Yeah.
open
Like
question.
every month or every 2 weeks,
Yes. And why you would like that?
because like as a we can see what's going on there, and
Very
is
well
that
said. Very well
yeah,
said.
is
See
that
that,
a
yeah.
correct way? What I like that.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much for adding, Archita. And I like you have got it on point. So this is what happens. The first and foremost thing is, if you're a client, you know what is going on. Okay, so you know that at least they've worked on this. This is how it looks. These all functionalities are there. So it ultimately creates a trust, and a mutual understanding that okay, they are working on this. And then is also a great platform to give feedback. You can say, hey, this website looks good, but then I want to upload maybe 10 pictures at time. I want to have this quality videos, I want to have this information in this page. So it really, first of all, it is quite faster because there is a constant feedback, and also you are satisfied that you can see something, you don't have to wait for long. So this is what it means: customer satisfaction through early and continuous software delivery. The software is being delivered in an interval of 15 days or a month, and customer is able to see it, and we take their feedback, so everything is going smooth. There is no disconnect. It's not that after 1 year you'll get a software and you're like, hey, I don't want this, I wanted that, like that thing. So now you know what you're getting, and you're comfortable, rather happy about it. So that's the first point. Okay. Second point, Archita would like to read the second point, please.
Yes, accommodate changing requirement throughout the development process. The
Hmm.
ability to avoid delay when a requirement or a feature request changes.
Right. So what it says, accommodate changing requirement throughout the development process. So you know what? When we keep delivering within, say, after a fortnight or after a month, what happens? You're talking to the customer, and you're considering their feedback and working on it. Not only considering, working on it as well. So, as I was earlier mentioning, that the customer might say, I want to have my personal page wherein these are details should be asked or should be displayed, or I want to add emojis, or I want to just visualize Facebook. Why I have taken Facebook example? Because almost everybody knows the website and the application and how it looks and how to use. So you know what I can say, hey, instead of blue, I want this yellow theme. I want to have this feature. I want to have live podcast, live broadcasting. So things like that. So what happens whenever we have this continuous delivery, all these changes. Sorry, my throat is giving me a trouble little today. So all these constant requirements from the customers are taken care of. Okay. So as a customer, you can say, I want yellow color theme. I want my details page to have all these details. My college website has to be linked. Or my company's website when I'm working, that has to be linked. So all this information is taken, is considered, and it's worked upon. Okay. So this happens when you have continuous delivery, and this happens when you are considering all the changes given by your customers. So imagine it's just like that. You want to when you want to make something done for yourself. It can be a food dish, it can be a dress, it can be anything, and that is being customized, and the creator or the team that is working on it is constantly in touch with you. Such great level of confidence and reliability that creates. So you know what they're working on. So for the females, when there is a wedding or when there is a big function, we actually go to a particular designer or a boutique wherein you give your particular dress to stitch. I'm going for a stitched material, not a ready made, because the stitch material will have lot of outfit. A stitch outfit will have a lot of customization. So imagine you tell them to add some color, add some laces, add some ornaments, add some fitting and all that. Applicable to guys as well. Just a simple example. So when you look at what they're making, what they're stitching, how comfortable you feel. Okay, this is looking like this. So just visualize on the same grounds when you see that whatever changes you have asked them to do and they're incorporating them. And that is the one of the top principles of Agile, that whatever the customer is asking, the changing requirement, we have to consider and we have to accommodate them, work on them throughout a development process. Are you able to understand from which point I'm trying to share this? Has everybody understood this point? Please respond.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great. So yeah, a third point. Yeah.
Sorry.
Somebody said, yeah, please go ahead.
It's me, sorry. My only thing is, like, do they not give them like a say for instance, they say let's meet up in a meeting like bi-weekly or a monthly basis. Like,
yes, don't worry, Benson. This is just the start of this topic. We will.
I'm sorry.
No, please don't be sorry. Rather, you are most welcome. We always encourage questions. We always like people being enthusiastic because this is how we all learn well. So your question is absolutely correct and apt, but all these things will come in sessions. There are
Perfect.
timely meetings. No. Please do not apologize. Rather, I'm happy you asked. There are reviews, there are meetings, there are sessions, there's everything, and we have dedicated sessions for that. So trust me, Agile is not only a topic, it's a fun thing to learn, because you can actually implement that in your real life. And if you ask me, we all actually implement that in real life, but we do not know that we are working on Agile. That will come to later. Let us first finish this principles, then you will be more comfortable with what is Agile and how it works and looks. Then we'll be able to talk more on that. Yeah. So I think third point, Nirumapa, will you please read this for me?
Yeah, sure. Frequent delivery of working software. Scrum accommodates this principle since the team operates in software sprints or iterations that ensure regular delivery of working software.
Okay. So if you all must have understood, half of the what Nirupama read, we've already discussed that, delivering in regular intervals, right? Which we have talked about. Now, the interesting part is what is sprints and what are the iterations? Okay, that's something new and cool. That sounds very, nice and little hip kind of stuff. So yeah, sprint is basically a time duration that is kind of a given, or that is being accepted by every project, that after this duration we'll have a presentation, or will deliver, not even presentation, will deliver to the customer. So sprint basically means, for your understanding, is a time duration. A sprint can be of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Generally it's between 2 to 4, or at times it goes to 6 weeks. But as far as agile is concerned, mainly the time duration of the sprint is of 3 to 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks, wherein after this sprint, you have to deliver whatever you worked on to the customer. So you can understand this as a time interval given to you to work on a particular task. So if customer wanted 10 things to be done in Facebook like website, color change, video uploading, more video uploading at one time, 10 pictures uploading at one time, your college, your school, your office information to be added in the website, all these other things. So when these things are to be added, what is the timeline? So the timeline is, it has to be delivered in this sprint. So when I say this sprint, that means I have 3 to 4 weeks only, and I have to work on that. Get my point? So sprint is basically a time duration. It will come, do not worry, I'm just trying to give you an idea. So yes, frequent delivery of working software, we've discussed this, that after in every sprint you are delivering to the customer whatever you have worked on, and that is in a working model. So when I give that website to the client, okay, they can see it's in yellow color. Oh, great. They are like, okay, it's working. Then they can upload multiple videos at one time. On a click of one button, they can upload maybe 2 or 4 videos at once. They're like, oh, great, this is working. This is what I asked for. You get my point? You actually get to see and test what they have worked on, and they are developed, and they have delivered to you. And that's such a great feeling to a client. It's like getting that lehenga, or getting that kurta, or getting that dress or suit or tuxedo, like the way you want it. It's such a great feeling when you see how it is being made, or how it is being stitched, or how it is being prepared. So this is what is all about. Right now in the current market, in the current industry, it's all about customer satisfaction and keeping customer engaged. So when you know that the customer is with you on everything, or they can understand how you're working, it is a great thing to add value to your business. So everything boils down to customer satisfaction, and then a frequent delivery of working software is an essential part of it. So you keep delivering to them as as you work on them, and then that's one of the very important features of features or other principle of agile. So Suchana, will you be able to read this line, last principle for me, please?
Yes, yeah. Collaboration between the business stakeholders and developers throughout the project. Better decisions are made when the business and technical teams are aligned.
Thank you so much, Suchana. Yes. So anybody here can tell me what is their understanding when we say stakeholders? What is a stakeholder? That is my question. Yeah.
The people who are basically holding the company.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it. Any other explanation?
It's a like independent person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
See, to just simplify things, just read the word stakeholder. So what the simple word means? If you ask me, for me, it means anyone who holds a stake in this project or in this activity. So anyone or any team that holds the interest, who has vested interest, who has what I would say, what integral part of this entire project, the teams involved in the project are the stakeholders. So stakeholders are people, our team, like your development team, the management team involved in this project, the directors who might be involved in the project, the customer who is involved in the project, the third party companies from whom we might be getting some work involved in this project. So everybody who is associated with the project and who is kind of like having an interest in this project, having stake in this project, is called as stakeholders. It is as simple as it sounds. Okay. So collaboration between business stakeholders and developers throughout the project. That means the developers are working on this application, working on this website, that is a Facebook lookalike. So that website, the people who are actually working on it, those are called developers, and entire team, that can have architects, that can have testers, everything, and there has to be a very good, see, we talked about having a good collab with customers, okay? But along with that, having a good collaboration with internal stakeholders, like your business people, like your directors, like your management, like your seniors, is also important. And why it is important, I'll give you a very easy to understand point is, customer can ask n number of things. In my words, I generally say that because we used to also met so many customers and clients, and they ask this, like, they ask for moons and stars and diamonds. They ask for anything and everything. Okay, because they just want to their website look great, their applications perform well, and that's all fine. We are here to cater that, but then it has to be within the cost of the project. That means if I want to work on something, if I want to develop something, it has to be within the budget that is given by the client. If they have given per se 1 million, so the cost of developing that software should not definitely exceed 1 million. Rather, it should be far less than that, and it should also have some profits to the company. So to understand where to draw the line, to understand where to stop, and to understand what all to accept and what not to accept from a customer, what are the timelines from where we have to finish, what is your own company thinking about your work, your pace, how fast slow you're working, and how are your interaction. It's like going back to your seniors and taking their feedback, which is also very essential, right? At your home, if you're taking any decision, you talk to your parents, you talk to your grandparents, you talk to your elder siblings, you talk to anybody who is elderly with good expertise, good experience, you reach out to them, you seek their advice. It's a similar pattern, though they will not interfere in your day-to-day work. Collaborating with them, talking with them, having collab with them is essential. It is very beneficial for your project. So am I clear on this? Anybody has any doubts? Please feel free to ask.
No, all good. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Anybody else? Nirupama, Archita, Suchana, anybody?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's okay. So you
Yeah,
understood
yeah.
these 4 principles? Okay. Thank you so much. We have 12. I'm just checking with Gaurav. Gaurav, is it, what do you say today? I mean, should we be stopping here? Or
Yeah. So I was just to tell you that only that considering the time, we have 12
Yes.
principles. Remaining will come next week. Remember the time you need to log. That is the your Friday night and your Sunday night. So every these 2 days, we will be covering the most. Okay. This is a journey of 6 to 8 weeks. You remember how we are going to utilize our time. So understanding that Friday night and Sunday night you are spending with us, then Monday, whatever you have learned so far, you remember the means a golden quadrant of learning: declare, learn. Now you have learned it. You have to draw. The moment everything will get over, till tomorrow you have time. Whatever you remember, go and draw that. Okay, but I would suggest before sleeping, if you can draw, you will remember the most. Okay, so draw that, and on next day, that could be the Monday, you share the first day, whatever you have learned. You can just record a small video. Why practicing and coming on video is important to you? Because you are getting prepared to attend those remote meetings that you will attend with your peer, your colleagues once you get placed. So that's the intent behind that. As I say in the code of honor, that everything is preparing for the next scene to you. So remember that. Tuesday, how you are going to do? You can become the part of RRRP session. That is the another pillar of Guru Schools, where your LinkedIn profile, your resume, everything will start getting optimized. You need to repeat it, same thing again and again and again and again and again. So you may sound that this is something monotonous. No, but still by getting into that and developing your resume will make your resume marketable for HRs as well. Even though it is 8 weeks of journey, I would recommend from now on start getting engaged to Tuesday and Thursday sessions. Then comes Wednesday. So Wednesday, what you are going to do? Again, whatever you have learned on the second day, that video has to be rolled out by you, the 1 minute summary or second minute of summary. Then Monday is done, Tuesday is done, Wednesday is done. Then on Thursday, again, what you are going to do? You are going to attend the RRP session. Friday, you are showing back over here, and Saturday, you can just chill, you can relax. Sunday night, again, you are going to show up for the second session. So is the 7 weeks of plan is clear to you? How you are going to utilize it? It's not, in fact, the few minutes you will be spending, but I told you that how this is divided into 7 days, how every single day you will remain connected. Is it clear with you, everyone?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So if that is clear, then second thing is your means your activity to do, that you need to ask me about the strangest secret. Okay, just give ask me, give me the audio, I'll share the audio with you. That will be the second thing, that activity you need to do, listening to the audio that you need to ask me. And third thing, remember to take this as an assignment. And assignment is that the recording will be given to you. You can go through once again the recording, and you can understand the history of Agile and the model, the waterfall model, and also the values and principles so far we have gone through, that you can revise by going through the recording. And third, shoot the smallest video of a minute or two. So even though if you think that in one minute video, I cannot speak up everything, whatever you can speak up, speak that up, and that you need to show the drawing. Hey, this is the drawing of the learning we had the last 2 days, okay, on the first day. And then next time you will show the another one. So remember the code of honor, remember to follow it, ask me the audio, and second, complete the assignment. This is all things I just wanted to share, and we will talk once again on the Friday night. Until then, you will remain connected. This is how the plan is for the entire week. So on this note, since I heard Benson speaking last, Benson, what is one word that comes in your mind after going through the entire session today?
One word is customer service, and has to be delivered in a very positive and friendly way. I cannot get a word actually. Basically,
Okay.
Say collaboration, I would say.
Collaboration. And what do you feel like saying about today's session? Then for that, say one word.
Today's session was, really, really good, I would say. And a lot of points has been taken off, and it also comes in a sense because I'm in the customer service industry, and it basically really blends with it, So I would say you got to come up with something in an IT, in this, whatever you're doing in Agile, to deliver the deliverance. I would say deliverance is what I learned today.
Wow, amazing delivery. So thank you so much, Benson, for explaining this. Please tag someone on the screen, you can see.
Archita, I can, that's the name I can read.
Yeah. Archita, what do you feel like saying today?
I cannot say in like one word, but
Uh-huh.
I can say it's a direct interaction between customer and client.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
yeah,
And what do you feel like saying about the session today? Were you able to understand?
yes,
Mhm.
yes, I can understand what is agile and what's the purpose of build that agile program.
Awesome. Okay. Archita, tag someone on the screen.
It is Suchana,
Suchana.
Sushna.
Yes, hi. So today, what I understand, we have to be flexible. Whenever customer wants something, we have to provide that one according to his ways.
Okay. Flexibility is one word for you, I would say, Suchana.
Yes.
Yeah. Suchana, tag
Yes.
someone on the screen. Who else is remaining? NC is for Nirupma, I guess.
Yeah, and Nirupama.
Nirupma, what do you feel like
Yeah.
saying about today's learning? Yeah.
So I have two takeaways from today. I think the first thing is I think a mindset that you focused on in the beginning. I think that's very important. And the second thing is systematically approaching the content is also important. So for me, those two were the takeaways.
Amazing. Call out someone's name on the screen, you see?
I think it's Prerna.
Prerna. Yes, Prerna.
Yes, yes. Hi, thank you, Nirupama. So if you ask me, today's session was super interesting and a lot of informative. You know, it's there's a lot of information that we have shared, and it's the starting point of agile. And I'm so happy that all of you are or were with us on that. You understood things, and I'll be really more I would say happy to see if there are further questions. I know this is the beginning of the session, but please consider these are all interactive sessions. That is why we have the live sessions. Otherwise, giving videos is also one way of training, which we don't follow in Guru schools. But yes, here take advantage of these live sessions. Ask as many questions as you like and as you want. Clear all your doubts. And as the Gaurav has suggested, throughout this week, be active, consider every day as an opportunity to learn something new. Please rewatch these videos, because what happens while in the sessions, there are many things going on. You're listening to us, you're thinking about some topic, so there is a chance you might miss on something. But when you rewatch the videos, you get better clarity. So I'll encourage you to watch our videos as well as videos from other trainers, because you never know, you might learn something additional, something interesting from there too. So yes, that's a humble request from my end, and thank you so much for being such good participants. I thoroughly enjoyed today's session. So over to you, Gaurav. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Prerna, and thank you so much, everyone, for participating. And yes, looking forward with very high energy, even it is night over there. I can guarantee that keeping you awake, that's our duty, and we'll keep doing that. You provided complete your assignments. Replacing you at the job has to be always intact and the goal in your mind too. So on this note, again reminding you to ask what for the audio, which I am continuously asking you to ask me. Okay, so that is going to make your every single day very super duper productive. So in case if you don't have any question, then on this note, we can just log out and say good night to each other. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night, guys.